So what's going on, everybody? The Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel, the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. And, actually, after watching Monday Night Raw, I've been reading a lot of information going on that obviously that the script was changed at like 3 o'clock Monday afternoon. Vince McMahon didn't like the way the show was written out, and he changed the whole script up. My thoughts here is basically Vince, if you're not involved in what's going on with the show, and then you have to change it at 3 in the afternoon, I'm wondering, well, what is really going on with this situation? I would think that you're involved with the show, and there's an agreeable content going on with the show to be presented live on Monday Night Raw, which airs at 8 o'clock Eastern time on the East Coast, and so why are all these last minute changes coming about so often? Where are you? Why are you not involved? There are reports that Vince and Triple H again are at odds once more. And I'm getting to the point now where I find it to be, I don't think these two individuals can work together and produce a very good live show. So, in my opinion, it's either Vince, you go, or Triple H, you go. And if I had my choice, obviously Vince, was a creative genius in the past, but you got to understand that he is a creative genius in the past, and he needs to leave the past behind. I think Triple H is trying to move on forward within the future. What this does to some of the veteran superstars that are on the WWE roster, remains to be seen, but Triple H is trying to produce a show and create a show with the younger talent. And I have no problem with that. I think it's a great idea, but obviously these two can't get together because they butt heads all the time. And what they're doing to the WWE right now is really hurting them as far as ratings go. I mean, if you watch last Monday's Raw, this past Monday's Raw, the ambulance match between Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose was a great match, but you also have to acknowledge the fact that Dean Ambrose does all the brutal work for the most part in these matches, and he ends up losing to Bray Wyatt. And I don't understand the reasoning behind all this. I don't know whose idea this is. But to me, right now, Dean Ambrose is the guy in the WWE that is really stepping up, so to speak, like John Cena said and Vince McMahon said, you need to go for it. You need to reach for that brass ring. And how can you say that Dean Ambrose isn't doing it? Because he's going above and beyond for the WWE at this point right now, and he's losing matches. Now, whether this is a storyline which leads up to bigger and better things for Dean, I don't know. But again, um, with the controversy between the creative writing, the scripting, and last minute changes, this is not good for any wrestling promotion. So it's got to be either Vince or Triple H. Vince and his group, Triple H and his group, you cannot work well together. You've shown that recently, as we've seen in 2014, that the situation wasn't all that great. Uh, we've seen what Triple H has done in NXT. Unfortunately, I will say there's been one bad move as far as the NXT roster goes. Bringing the Ascension to Monday Night Raw did not pay all that many dividends as one might think. I think the Ascension um, coming to Raw actually are pretty well conceited to the point where if they think they're a better tag team than Demolition or, I mean, the Immortals of the Road Warriors or the Legion of Doom, and then for them to spew off Hawk's memorable catchphrase, "What a rush," I think to me was just to captivate audiences for them, but I think it was in poor taste. So I think the Ascension maybe was rushed onto Monday Night Raw. I think maybe they need to go back to basics and really, actually come back to Raw, but learn to respect their peers from the past. Um, as far as what's going on with the Royal Rumble and whatnot, putting Rollins in the mix, I still believe it's going to have something to do with Paul Heyman. I don't think Brock Lesnar is going to end up being champion by WrestleMania time. I think he may lose the belt at the Rumble. And I have no problem with that. And I have no problem whether it being Seth Rollins or John Cena. Um, or if Cena wins, Rollins cashes in. I think it would be a poor 16th title reign for John if that happened. I think it would be a big mistake in my eyes. Seth Rollins is going to be a WWE champion, a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Um, if Rollins went into WrestleMania with the belt, I could see a very good match between him and possible Royal Rumble winner Daniel Bryan. Um, a lot of people are still inking in Roman Reigns. Reigns and Rollins to me would not be that big of a match than Rollins and Daniel Bryan. However, um, don't discount the fact that Brock Lesnar still could end up winning or retaining the title at the Royal Rumble. We still have Fastlane uh, after that, which a pay-per-view, which I would have wished they left it as the Elimination Chamber match. But I think now with only the one brand, that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't continue with it. But all in all, again, getting back to the main point, Vince and Triple H cannot work and really get on the same page. So you know to me, one being the head of creative is enough. We don't need people come running out, changing scripts at the last minute, disorientating the whole roster, 5 hours prior to the airing of Monday Night Raw. So it's either one or the other, Triple H or Vince McMahon. I'm in favor of Triple H at this point. I think Vince is more old school, and I think if Vince had his way, we'd probably see more guys from the Attitude Era on Monday Night Raw than we would the regular normal main roster. And Triple H is trying to move forward. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about Triple H. I don't know. Maybe it's Triple H that's creating all the grief, and maybe he's the one. I really don't know. But I think it's got to be one or the other, and it really can't be both. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions here today on this Wednesday. The Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel, aka the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. Check me out on Iceman's Wrestling Extreme on Facebook. Also, check out Wrestling News Talk on Facebook and in the hot seat as well. And we move on. TNA on Destination America tonight. Hopefully, it will be a very enjoyable show. Peace out, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.